Hi, this is Ed Halbert with RockMyMonkey.com, and we're here with Andy and Jeremy. And how are you doing today, guys?
Very good, very good.
All right, and just I'll hand you guys the mic as I ask questions. For you, those of you that may be new to the band, when can people expect to see you on Mayhem this year? At what time today?
We're the first third of it. We're playing at 6:05 every day on opening the main stage, and then the other 2/3 of the tour we're switching to a little earlier.
4:30
on the secondary stage,
4:30.
or on the Jaeger stage. Sorry, and it'll be at 4:30 for the rest of the tour. It seems like.
Cool.
I just found out.
They're always switching things up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's see here. Well, what do you do to make sure that the 5,000 to 10,000 people that you saw today will remember your name and be able to look you up when your set is done?
Well, it starts with a giant banner with the band name, but I don't know, man. We just try and give them our show. You know, we do what we do and try to build the best set list that could work out here. I don't know that we normally necessarily cut out certain songs and did certain songs. We normally try and play the heaviest and fastest stuff we have anyway, because it's more fun live, and that works out for this tour. So hopefully, you show people what you can do, and they like it or they don't, and that's all you can do from that point. So
Exactly. Just kind of keep the energy flowing.
Oh yeah.
All right. What can you tell our viewers about the latest release? Your latest one?
The latest release is called Dead and Alive. It's CD and DVD taken from our tour last fall called the Dead Throne Tour, which was really promoting the Dead Throne CD. And so it's just showcasing that tour and the lighting rig and the big show that we put together, just to give people a piece of that if they went, or if they didn't go, a chance to see it again. And a live CD just to kind of showcase what the band really sounds like instead of just a studio polished kind of sound.
Yeah, it was a shot when we played Worcester, Massachusetts at what's that venue?
Palladium.
Palladium, yeah. And I love it, and I hope everyone else does.
Cool. Sounds like a cool show. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think the craft of songwriting has been taking a backseat to brutality for brutality's sake? All the new stuff coming out?
Yeah, big time. And not even necessarily just brutality, just, it's so formulaic now of having the call out part and then this thing and that thing, especially in this subset of music. And so we've really tried to focus on that in ours and not necessarily cut out parts because they might go in that direction, but just do what should naturally come instead of trying to force that. So much is put on success and instant gratification and on how much immediate crowd participation you can get from a part, instead of writing a song that might have a chance of standing the test of time. So those are the kind of bands that we grew up listening to and that really influenced us, and so that's just what we're drawing from now. So
Exactly. Just kind of make it flow. That's a problem I've been seeing far too often, is they shove everything in at once, and it's just
there's no
what's going on.
Even if you listen to Slayer or any of these guys, man, there's still melody in there. There's music. It's not just a.
Yeah, that's exactly. Couldn't have said it better. Let's see. Randy from Lamb of God is in prison for murder in the Czech Republic because he did something that's done at metal shows every day around the world. Do you think this is going to make bands skip the Czech Republic now? Is the trust gone?
I don't know if it'll. Obviously we see this kind of thing everywhere with just things that aren't meant to be that are. I don't know, man. Like I just feel bad for the guy in the situation.
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone can really know what it's like to be up there and to have somebody come at you and even our own crew guys were saying, somebody comes on that stage, that's not your stage. It's very clear that you don't belong there, and in no way are you supposed to be there. And so I feel like you shed a lot of rights when you do that, just the same as I'm not going to just go walk into somebody else's house, or I'm not going to go walk on Slipknot stage, because it's not my place. So I don't know, in a post whatever world now, you got to be careful, so
It's terrifying thinking something you wouldn't even think about would have such effects that happened to him. I don't know if it comes into a trust thing with the country or not, but
Definitely venue to venue.
Yeah.
You'll be looking at that. Like,
you'll be want to be more careful with some things as well. So.
I'd definitely be pointing out that date and going,
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it seems like it's a lack of respect for people to just jump up there, and it's exactly you're ruining the show for everybody else, and so. What makes your latest CD the best thing the band's ever done? Is it the best thing that you guys have ever done, or?
I think so. I mean, it's kind of complicated just because the latest one is the live CD and DVD and stuff. And but as far as the last release and full album, I think so massively. You know, for us, it was kind of growing up as people and as men together. You know, and just really reaching a sound that we weren't just comfortable with, but we're really proud of, and not so experimental, but more comfortable in it. So, cool. I think so.
Yep. Well, what makes your band unique? What makes you stand out from the endless sea of metalcore bands out there?
As he was saying earlier, we've always tried to keep a certain integrity about ourselves and be true to what we are and who we are and like what we're trying to go about as this band. And I mean, we've obviously grown and changed a bit throughout the years, but we've always kept that integrity about us and try to keep that as a whole part of what makes the Devil Wears Prada what it is. And
yeah, we're here to play shows. You know, like so much stuff these days is geared towards everything but getting on stage and playing music. You know, and that's what I think is awesome about this tour and so many of the bands on it, and especially the ones we get to share the stage with right now, is that that's the whole reason they're here, is to play a show for people. And that's
Exactly. Exactly. How important is it to network with your fans? And is it actual band member fans that are talking to you on Facebook, or just in general?
I mean, obviously it's super important, not just in music, but in everything right now. But we try and stay pretty active in it. We do our own Tumblr, we do our own Twitter, we get on the Facebook all the time. Obviously, there's certain things blasted out that are for a new release or something like that, but almost all the replies are from us, and I think we pay a lot more attention than people realize.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if there's 900 comments, I'll probably read 900 comments just to see, you know, what people think. But I guess it just gives people kind of a viewpoint from the band instead of having to go through the PR dude and then let's clean that up and let's get the best thing. You know, obviously you still do the statement and everything, but then it gives you a direct link to people, which is pretty cool.
yeah, and just some of the things you see on like the Twitter and stuff will just be ridiculously creative sometimes when they're like saying something to us. I'm just like, what made you think, what brought that to your mind? I
Or
just
like,
love
look
that.
what I made, like I totally redecorated my entire car with their symbol on it and stuff. You're like, wow, this is
making
awesome.
the symbol out of French toast. Like,
Yeah, the kids
That's
are
awesome.
crazy. I love it.
Cool. Yeah, there's so many out there that don't do that. You can always tell when the nice personal touch, like when you guys are doing your own, and yeah, that's definitely the way it should be. What would you say is the best thing about being a rock star on the Rockstar Mayhem tour, and what's the worst part?
I would never call myself a rock star, but it's just awesome to be able to do what you love for a living. You know, so many people hate their job and just have to do it to get by, you know, and then this is like the highlight for them to come out and see this, and we just get to do this every day. So we're just really grateful and appreciative that we do get to do it, and try not to get too jaded from it, I guess.
yeah.
What's the best and worst part of being on this tour?
I'd say the worst part, and that's not just about this tour, it's about any tour, is just being away from home, because we all love our time at home and our family and friends and stuff. But I'd have to say personally for me, the best part, aside from the same as every tour, is just like playing the shows and seeing the kids' faces and just seeing people have a crazy good time, is just the surreal factor of playing with bands I've looked up to my entire life.
Cool.
Yeah, like you see a dude in a Slayer shirt, like in the 5th row, just looking at you like, what are these kids about to do? And then like 3 songs in, he's like rocking out, and you're like, all right, this is awesome.
Definitely. Do you have any final words for the viewers of rockmymonkey.com?
You know, thanks for the support, and hopefully you check out the DVD and the CD and come out to Mayhem. It's a good time, and this is one of the best metal lineups we've seen ever. So we're just stoked to be a part of it.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys very much. This is Andy and Jeremy of Devil Wears Prada, and check them out at Mayhem.
Rock my monkey, rock my monkey.